Are we live, guys? Can somebody let me know in the chat if you can hear me? Like, just let me know in the chat if you guys... Okay, I can see there's already... Rajat is there. Cool. Rajat says hello. Hi, Rajat. Just one sec, guys. One sec. One sec. All right, cool. Okay, cool. Rajat, you can hear me, right? I'm assuming you guys can hear me. But anyways, to anyone who's new to the channel, welcome. I haven't been on YouTube for a minute, so I don't even remember how to go about this. There's no intro. We just dive right straight into it. But basically, as Rajat is saying there, he's saying, hi, what's going on today, brother? Are you all good? Look, brother, I can't lie to you. I am very, very good. I am very, 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 very good. I am over the moon, in fact. As you know, how do I go about this? Ruben Amorim has been sacked. I've been seeing lots of things going around today on X, or Twitter, whatever you want to call it. I've been seeing many YouTubers going crazy. Some are happy, some are not. It's just, it's a lot going on. But before I continue, guys, just let me know, is the connection coming on proper or is it buffering? Do I need to change it up quickly? Please just let me know in the chat, guys. Is it good? Is it okay? Can you hear me properly? Is there no background noise? Because I've got a bit of a situation in the house, so there might be some background noise. So let me know if there is some background noise. But anyways, as I was saying, Ruben Amorim has been sacked. So that's good for Man United. He's been sacked. I know some of the fan base are somehow, or rather were somehow still backing this manager, and they believed he could turn things around, even though I would like to believe majority of the fans could see that this guy was simply out of his depth. I think for the first time supporting Man United, I have witnessed, I'm going to call them the die-hard fans. I've witnessed them actually turn on a manager. These are fans that will never call a manager or call for a manager to be sacked. But when it came to Ruben Amorim, it has actually happened. But basically, I think the way I should go about it is I should start by indicating that this morning we got the breaking news that Ruben Amorim has been sacked. It was, of course, the GOAT himself, David Ornstein. He came through with the news that Amorim was sacked. He was gone. Now, I know a lot of you would have thought I'd be a lot happier than I am right now. It's just, I found out the news in the morning, but I was not around, so I couldn't get to doing the live. So the excitement is still there, but it's not the same. It's not hitting the same as it was hitting in the morning. Because when I found out that he had been sacked, trust me, I was just going crazy. I was going mad. I was making a lot of noise. It was great. But basically the news is that Ruben Amorim has been sacked. If you ask me, I feel like it's long overdue. This guy should have been sacked after the Europa League against Spurs. But I'm gonna get to that later. I'm seeing a bit of comments here. Let me see. Who's this? Catherine. Not sure how long have. Yeah, you didn't complete your statement, so I'm not quite sure what you were trying to say. Maybe just retype. But basically, as I was saying, Amorim's been sacked. As others would say, Hitler is dead. This guy has been an absolute terrorist to us, Man United fans. We've had to suffer watching his terrible football. This man made us play 3-4-3. Now, I'll be clear. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that formation. There's nothing wrong with the system. The problem here was the person who was trying to implement it, and the person being Ruben Amorim. That was the biggest problem. Now, Amorim is gone, as I said. So hopefully, whoever we bring in to replace him is not going to play that stupid formation, because I am so sick of it. Every time we went to a goal down, or we were trying to rescue a game to equalize or try and get the winner, this man, without fail, would be making a centre back substitution for another substitution by centre back. So it was always like for like subs, and it was never inspiring subs. So yeah, I mean, Rajat says, what is it? It is wrong time to let him leave. I don't understand. Maybe when would you have rather let him leave? Because for me, he should have left after the Europa League final. So maybe Rajat can let me know when you would have liked for him to leave. I see Willenda over here. He says, look who's back. Bro, I had to come back. The channel was down. The channel was down. This man, Ruben Amorim, was so bad for Man United, right, that I genuinely stopped doing YouTube. I said, no, I can't do it. I said, I can't do this to myself. I can't keep coming on here, screaming, shouting, swearing, cussing players, himself. I just said, no, you know what? For the sake of my own peace, for my own peace of mind, just leave YouTube for a bit. Just relax. And as soon as he gets sacked, you'll come back. So that's why today I'm back. So yeah, I know most people are thinking you could have at least been here. But look, I just couldn't do it. For my own mental health, I felt, let's park the channel aside. I'll dust it off as soon as the manager is sacked. Lo and behold, beginning of 2026, he has been sacked. So I'm grateful for that. I really am. I'm going to get back to the comments. I just want to get to make the point I was trying to make. But basically what I was trying to say is that Ruben Amorim, for me, this is a man who has a 38% win rate. Now, I understand. Some fans were kind of telling me, oh, things are improving. Look at the XG. We're scoring lots more goals. Only City has scored more goals than us in the league, or only Arsenal basically win the top three scorers. But bro, 38% win record. This is a manager who oversaw 14 wins in his tenure as Man United manager. 14. I believe the record is saying about, I think if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the record is about 14 Premier League wins, 11 draws, and is it 16 losses? This man has more losses than wins as a Premier League manager at Manchester United. And some of the fan base were telling us, no, let's be patient, let's give him more time. For what? To relegate us. And the clapback that I keep getting, right? Because now I'm genuinely, the more I think about it, the more annoyed I get. The clap that we kept on getting as Amorim artists was that, no, you guys are negative. Why do you want him sacked? We're fifth or sixth. We're 3 points off top four. This is us. Let me make it very clear. We're 3 points off top four in spite of Ruben Amorim. Not because of him, but in spite of him. The reason why we're 3 points off top four, right, is because the league is so rubbish. I'm going to be honest. The standard of the Premier League is so poor. To put this into context, right, look at it this way. Liverpool, they have been ass. The worst Premier League champions, the worst team to defend a Premier League title has been Liverpool. However, I believe they're above us. What, is it about 2 points or 3 points? I'm not too sure. They should be nowhere near it. They should be bottom, maybe like mid-table right now, but they're not. Look at teams like Aston Villa. They lost, I believe they lost the first 5 league games of the season, if I'm not mistaken. But guess where they are now? They're third. I think they're like 3 or 4 points off Arsenal, who are top of the league. Yet, I believe they lost or drew the first five games of the season. That just goes to show the standard of the Premier League this season has been quite poor. I'm not trying to be salty. I'm not trying to say if Arsenal win the league, they don't deserve it. No. You win the league, you deserve it. Kudos to you. Congrats. Other teams don't take advantage when the league is poor, like us. I would love for us to take advantage, but we are in no position to take advantage. We've dropped silly points. I remember the draw against Bournemouth, the 4-4 draw. We should have won that game. I remember the loss against Everton. 10-men Everton. 10-men Everton. Everton got a red card, I think, in the 10th minute? Idrissa Gana Gay slapping one of his teammates. He got sent off in the 10th minute. We couldn't beat them. We lost 1-0. At Old Trafford, by the way. We drew 4-4 against Bournemouth. We couldn't beat West Ham. A West Ham side who are fighting for relegation, by the way. We couldn't beat Wolverhampton Wanderers. In fact, what am I even saying? They outplayed us at Old Trafford. Wolverhampton Wanderers, a team that's rock bottom of the league. We couldn't beat them at Old Trafford. Yet some fans were saying, no, keep him, give him more time. Time to do what? This man will relegate us if given the time. But I see Rajat is going crazy. There's lots of comments. Let me just try to go through some of them. He said he's doing kind of okay. Maybe give it until March at least. Brother, This man has been here since last year, November. Not even last year, sorry, 2024, November. He's been at the job for 14 months. I believe that's long enough to see what he's capable of. In the Premier League games, like I said, he has a 38% win rate. That's the worst, the lowest percentage win rate by any Man United manager since I started watching this club. And apparently that's the worst record for like over 60 years. So why give him time? We're trying to rescue the season. The season's not over. We're 3 points off top 4. We're trying to secure Champions League football here. I'm tired of this thing of playing Europa League or not being in Europe at all. I want to get back to Champions League football. It's not nice sitting at home watching Chelsea, Liverpool, Arsenal, City, enjoying Champions League football while we sit at home and do nothing. I mean, remember, this is the manager who said to us losing the Europa League final would be good for us because we'd be playing 1 game a week, which would give us more time on the training grass. We would get to train a lot more, which would help him implement his style of play quicker. Bro, lo and behold, we got 1 game a season, or 1 game a week this season, and the performances have not improved. You can't tell me the performances have improved. We play horrible football. The only thing that's been happening is that we've got better attackers. We spent 200 million in the summer in Mbeumo, Cunha, and Šeško. Now, granted, Cunha has been 50-50. I'm not going to lie. I'm a big fan of his, but he's not been cooking. He's been all right. There's been games where he's been very frustrating and games where he's been very good. So, for me, so far, it's been 50-50 with Cunha. Šeško, the jury's still out. I'm not going to call him out and say he's useless or he should be sold or whatever. No, give him time. He's a young striker. Let's try and be a bit patient. I've seen some glimpses of some good hold-up play, some linker play with the teammates. So I think that there's a player in there. Right now, he's just lacking in confidence. And hopefully with the sacking of Amorim, maybe he gets a bit more confident. But anyway, the point I was trying to make is this. He was given Šeško, Cunha, and Mbeumo. Mbeumo is the only one who I feel has been absolutely brilliant for us throughout the season. Of course, the last 3 or 4 games just before AFCON, his performance was starting to dip. He wasn't performing as well as he was. The other signing I forgot is Lamens. He's been very good for us. He's frustrated me a few times, 1 or 2 times with a few goals. The goal against Brighton, the Warburg free kick, I didn't think it was a good goal. The other game was against, was it Bournemouth? I thought he could have done better for 1 or 2 of the goals. But anyways, generally, he's been a decent goalkeeper for us. He's been a massive improvement on, what's his name? Onana. So I'm not going to complain too much about him. But basically the point I was trying to make was this manager was backed. He was given players. He was given time. And he's just not performed. And we all knew it was coming yesterday after this press conference against Leeds. You're not going to go call for management and then expect to still be in the job. But anyways, Rajat says, I don't want Maresca as our coach. 38% win is awful. It's definitely awful. Maybe now Bruno gets to play in his favorite 10. Exactly. Amorim was playing everyone out of position. I'm happy that there's more quality players like Mbeumo, Ahmed. When they come back, delete Mazraoui and then Matheus Cunha. I don't care how they sneak into UEFA Champions League. Just finish our way into the UCL. I don't care that much. Play whatever style so that we can achieve it. And then Brenda says, lols, the Wolves game really closed the casket for me. Bro. I didn't watch the Leeds game, but I heard it wasn't good and they could have got the W. Exactly. Leeds could have easily beaten us. They genuinely could have beaten us. So what can I say, guys? Anyone who's watching, who's new to the channel, who maybe even hasn't even subscribed to the channel, please hit subscribe. Also, hit the like button, guys. Let's get the like numbers up. I've got about 10 people watching live. I know it's not a lot, but it's a small channel. We're trying to grow. Let's try and get the like numbers up, guys. Anyone who's watching right now, there's at least 2 people who are watching right now who have not hit the like button. So please hit the like button and also consider subscribing if you're new to the channel. But basically, the point I was trying to make was this man is just not good enough. He's been given ample chances. He's calling out the managers, the management, the senior management, Wilcox, Berada, Sir Jim, basically, because he's basically saying that he's the manager of Manchester United, not the head coach, and that everyone above him needs to do their job and sign the players. So that is sending a direct shot as the technical director in Jason Wilcox. It was never going to fly. So, like I said, I'm not surprised this morning we woke up to the news that he was sacked. As for me, I'm happy he's gone. The only slight problem I have with the news of his sacking is that we've brought Darren Fletcher as interim coach. Fletcher as interim coach does not excite me, I'll be honest. It really doesn't excite me because what do you mean? Of all the managers out there, We brought Fletcher. If anything, you could have even brought back Ole to be the interim coach. Maybe even Ruud van Nistelrooy. Maybe flipping Carrick, Michael Carrick, he's there. Ryan Giggs is there. You could have brought anyone you wanted to bring in. But we chose Fletcher. Now, reports are that he's done very well with the under-18s teams and they've actually performed well, hence he was given the job. Now, one thing I'll say for free is that managing the under-18s and managing the first team at Manchester United is night and day. We can't even compare the two things. You cannot say you're giving someone the job because he did well with the under-18s. This is Manchester United first team. It's not the same managing the under-18s and managing the first team. I don't know if it's going to work with Fletcher. But like I said, he's an interim coach, so I'll give him time. I'm not that bothered. I'm not that fussed. I'll give him a bit of time, see how it works. But there are also some reports that, what's his name? Fletcher is the interim while we look for the actual interim. So it's looking like Fletcher is the interim coach. He's not necessarily going to be manager from now until the end of the season. He might just be the interim before the actual interim. So I wonder who they're going to bring in. For me, I say bring back Ole, maybe Ruud, bring back Carrick, maybe even McKenna. Just bring back the gang. Vibes. I want positive vibes. I want attacking football. Just fast, attractive football, guys. I'm tired of the negative football. I've had to watch David Moyes football. It was slow and boring. Van Gaal football, sideways passing, lethargic, slow, boring. Jose Mourinho, fossil football. Terrible, terrible football. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, I can't lie. The vibes are vibing. That's when he was an interim manager. The problem came when he became permanent. When he became permanent manager, things went south. So I don't want that situation. I don't want a repeat of that nonsense. Get me a manager. Right now, there's a few managers in the market. Xavi Hernandez, he's free. Won the league with Barcelona. He's free. Nagelsmann, I know he's looking to go to the World Cup. But guess what? The World Cup is a month only, from June to July. After the World Cup is free. So we've got Nagelsmann available. You've got Xavi Hernandez available. Zinedine Zidane is available, even though I don't think he'd take the job. Who else is available? Klopp is not going to come to us. Come on, so let's not even count him. Xabi Alonso, keep an eye on him. There's rumors that Madrid are not happy with him and they might sack him. If Alonso's available, look at him as well. So I've got four top managers I've mentioned there that you can possibly look to get. Thomas Tuchel. I don't like Tuchel, to be fair. But Tuchel might be available. If he doesn't do well with England in the World Cup, he might get the sack. So if he gets the sack, you might have to look at someone like him. There's a few managers who could be available in the summer. So I hear it. Them saying they don't want to hire someone permanent now. They want to wait till the end of the season. I hear it. I completely hear it. So, like I said, there's many managers. There's many managers. You guys, the chat. Let me see. Funny how there was rumors they were going to sack him today. Yesterday, and they really did sack him. Yeah. I'm happy with the potential appointment of Darren Fletcher. Am I happy? Oh, because I see the question mark. Like I said, I'm not too happy about it, but I'm not too bothered. If he can play good football, I'm not going to say he's a rubbish manager because I've never seen him manage. I never watched the under-18s, so I'm not going to lie and say they play boring football or good football. All I can say is it's a bit underwhelming, but I'll give him a chance. Also, like I said, apparently he's the interim before the interim. So we don't know how long he's going to be in charge for. It might be 1, 2, maybe 3 games. Then we get another interim manager. Brenda says, bring back Ole. Definitely, bro. We need Ole. Bring our Ruud van Nistelrooy back. Hashtag Ole's at the wheel. Potentially get Xavi, Carrick appointment. Bring back Ole or Jose. No. Jose Mourinho. Una. Jose. Jose's too negative. Jose's too negative, bro. He's too negative. I want someone who's going to play good football. Right now, we're not going to win anything this season, guys. Let's forget about it. We're not going to win the FA Cup. We're not winning the league, the Premier League. Those are the only 2 trophies we're in for. We're not winning the league and we're not winning the FA Cup. Bring me a manager who will just play fast, attacking football. Someone who will excite us, at least until the end of the season. Because this thing of bringing these guys who play boring football is not going to work for me. And like I said, in the summer, there's a few options. You're looking at Xavi Hernandez, former Barcelona winner. He won the league with Barca. Thomas Tuchel, he might be sacked by England. Julian Nagelsmann, he'd be my favorite. He might be willing to take on a job after the World Cup with Germany. Oliver Glasner. I like Glasner. I think he's a good manager. I'm not too sure if he's very attacking, but I think he's shown he's a decent manager. So I don't know if the move might be too big for him, but you never know. So Glasner's there. Some people have spoken about Iraola. He does play attacking football, but the last couple of games he's played for Bournemouth have not been great because he's been getting beaten left, right, and centre. So I'm not sure if I want Raiola. Some people have even spoken about De Zerbi. De Zerbi plays very attacking football. Very, very attacking football. He's cooking with Marseille over in France. So maybe he might be another person to consider. But basically, the point I'm trying to make is in the summer, there's going to be lots of managers who are available. So if we can stick to this interim manager for the rest of the season, play attacking football, secure top 4, get Champions League football. That way in the summer we can get some nice players. Because I definitely need us to go get Baleba in the summer. I know a lot of this fan base have given up on Carlos Baleba. You saw him last night balling out for Cameroon. Unfortunately, he had to do it against my country, South Africa. But he was balling out. Baleba, hitting no-look passes, hitting long-range diagonals to Mbemo. Bring Baleba to Old Trafford. I don't care. He's been playing, I've been saying it, he's been playing rubbish intentionally this season for Brighton just to bring down his price. Because he knows Brighton are going to ask for a stupid price, like £100 million. We're not paying that for him. Bring the price down to like a 50, 60, maybe even a 70 mil type of player, you know. But yeah, I'm seeing here the chat, what's his name? Rajat says Michael Carrick appointment. Yeah, maybe. Una says bring back Ola. Okay, I've done those comments. But the stats don't lie. Exactly. The stats say 38% win record for Ruben Amorim, for those who don't know. 14 Premier League wins. 14 in 2025. The whole of 2025. He got 14 league wins. That manager was pathetic, man. Yeah, no, he was pathetic, you know. Una says, Alex had no pattern play, but won us games. All we want to do is to take the league just once. Exactly. So Alex didn't really have like a pattern of play. All we knew is attack. Just attack, all out attack. Not this tiki-taka nonsense or keep the ball, you overlap, underlap, dropping deep. Brother, just all out attack. That's what Alex used to do. He used to put the best players on the pitch and they just go and attack, score goals, and win the game. That's what he used to do. Excite the fans, especially at Old Trafford. But guess what? We've suffered, guys. Jose, Van Gaal, like I said. What's his name? Mourinho, Van Gaal, Moyes, flipping, what's his name? Ten Hag, another terrorist we had to deal with. Amorim. Bro, we've had some terrible managers in the past 15 years. So I just want things to get better, honestly. I'm really, really tired of the negative football. But let me see what Rajat's saying. If not like Ole, it's not like Ole plays nice 1-2. Yes, exactly, he doesn't. With Ole, it was just vibes. Remember, forget the Ole who we had when he got the job on a permanent basis. I'm talking about the Ole who was an interim manager. The one who was just playing. Remember when we went to PSG, Parc de France, and we absolutely knocked them out in the Champions League quarterfinals. Was it the quarterfinals or round of 16? I can't remember, but I think one of the two. That's the Ole I want. Counter-attacking football with Rashford, Lukaku, Lingard, Pogba behind them, Matic. We had that team was not necessarily world-class, but we were Martial, Rashford. We were good on the counter. I'm not saying I want a manager who will play counter-attacking football. Don't get me wrong. I just want attacking football. And whatever, what we need to agree on as Man United fans is no matter how good this interim manager does, he cannot get the job on a permanent basis because it's just not going to work. Get the manager, let him be on an interim basis, and then when the season ends, like I said, go get me a Nagelsmann. If not, go get me a Xavi Hernandez. If not, Glasner's there. Whoever the board feels is there, they can sign him in the summer. A permanent top manager who will play attacking midfielders. And another thing I want to make it very clear. Whichever manager we get in the summer, I feel like there must be some sort of, how do I put it, some clause in his contract to say, or rather when they interview these managers, how do you plan on getting the best out of Kobe Mainoo? Because that boy is a world-class talent. He's not world-class yet. He's got the potential to be world-class. So the biggest red flag for me personally, when it came to Ruben Amorim, was the fact that he couldn't get the best out of Kobe Mainoo. It didn't even seem like he rated him. So the next manager needs to be asked before he gets the job, how do you plan on getting the best out of Kobe Mainoo? Because we plan on building the team around Kobe Mainoo. I can see a situation whereby next summer, because the way it's sounding, Bruno's going to leave next summer. He's definitely going to go. He made that explosive interview just now in December, making it clear that the club didn't want him. Only Amorim made him stay. He could have left the club. So it sounds to me like in the summer, we might part ways with, what's his name? We might part ways with Bruno Fernandes. So if we are going to part ways with him, I think for me, the ideal replacement is Kobe Mainoo. He's already at the club. Give Kobe the number 8 jersey. Move from this number 37 nonsense. Give him the number 8. Let's see what he does. But obviously, I would like to add 2 or 3 midfielders to the team. Go get me Baleba, and then go get me either, what's his name? Adam Wharton from Crystal Palace or Elliot Anderson from Nottingham Forest. If you get me two of those players, Wharton, Baleba, Anderson. Any two of these three. My favorite is Baleba. I rate him. The vibes are vibing with Baleba, so bring him to the club. Imagine a midfield three, for example, right? Think of it this way. A manager who plays 4-3-3 with a pivot and 2 8s in front of him. The pivot, I would prefer for it to be Wharton, and then I have Kobe Mainoo on the left and Baleba on the right. Imagine that midfield three. Kobe on the left, Baleba on the right, and Wharton sitting deep, dictating the tempo of the game. Bro, we would cook. None of this Ugarte nonsense. Casemiro, I respect the job you've done for us this season, but bro, you're old now. It might be time to go. Unless if we win the Champions League and we can keep him as someone to bring the experience, if he's also willing to take a wage cut, because his wages are ridiculous. We can't be paying this guy $350 a week. He's what, 35 years old? Take a lower salary, maybe give him about 70, 80 grand a week on a 1-year deal, just to add a bit of experience and try and lead the young boys, you know. But yeah, let me get back to the comments. Baffled how Luke Shaw and Maguire still at the club. Bro. How's the club kept signing the... How has the club kept signing they made in 2013 or 14? That's mad. Exactly. Luke Shaw doesn't deserve to wear this jersey. He's old. He's been here for over 10 years. Luke Shaw was here during, what's his name? Was he signed by Van Gaal? Or was it Moyes? I think it was Van Gaal. Or was it Fergie? I can't even remember, but I know he's been here for a long, long time. He needs to go. Even Maguire, in as much as he's been helping out with those bullet headers, last minute equalizer. I mean, he got the winner at Anfield. The man with the most iconic knee slide in football, Harry Maguire. Thank you for the memories, Harry, but it's time to go. Go get me a new set of players in the summer, please. I need players like flipping, what's his name? Luke Shaw, he needs to go. Malacia needs to go on a permanent basis, honestly. I need the Rasmus Højlund deal to be confirmed. Let him go to Napoli. Rashford, stay in Barca, it's fine. I'm not saying he's not a good player. It's just there's just so much has happened between Rashford and the club. He can go. It's fine. Ugarte, get rid of him. Casemiro, if it were up to me, I'd get younger players. But if we don't have the budget, then you can keep him as, I don't know, a bench option. If he's willing to take a wage cut. Dalot, I'd sell him. I think he's useless. Bayande, Altai, I'd sell him. He's useless. Who else is there? Joshua Zirkzee, I know he splits opinion when it comes to the fan base. Some people think he's rubbish. Some people think he's good. I, unfortunately, am a Joshua Zirkzee fan. I think he's a very, very unique player. His profile of player is very unique. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying this guy is Dennis Bergkamp or flipping Dimitar Berbatov. I know there's some comparisons. People saying, oh, calling him Berbatov or whatever. He's not Berbatov. He's a good player. He's a very good player. I would like to keep him. But if the club sold him, I'd accept it, because to be fair, in as much as he's a good player or I rate him, he hasn't necessarily performed well for us on a consistent enough basis. I'm honest enough to admit that. But if it were up to me, I would keep Zirkzee at the club. But this comment section is going crazy. Let me just go through the thing in Chico. The comments. As long as first get results, then that's good. Don't have to copy or mimic Pep Guardiola's tiki-taka style. The interim for the rest of the remaining games. Exactly, it's just the interim. And apparently, like I said, it's the interim of interim. Una says, Amorim was jealous of our younger talent, Kobe Mainoo. Bro, he hates that boy, bruh. How can you come to Man United? Like, make it make sense. How do you come to Man United and not play Kobe Mainoo? We don't even have... You see, if we had world-class players, I'd hear it. We don't have many... Bro, our midfield consists of Bruno Fernandes, Casemiro, and Ugarte. Those are the only three midfielders he's competing with. And yet this manager feels all of them are better than him. Make it make sense. Anyways, Paul Scholes said that Ruben Amorim doesn't understand the club typically, doesn't understand and doesn't typically play the academy. Yeah, because he's not serious. You want Stiller, Baleba, and Wharton next 3 years, especially after Bruno's ready to leave. Exactly, like I said, Stiller's another very good one. I believe he's also left footer, and he's a how do I put it? He's a 6. He's someone who would sit deep. If you're playing like a 4-3-3, you put him in the center deep, he can dictate play. So my favorite player for the 6, like I said, would be Wharton. I think he's so good. Good left foot. He reminds me of a young Nemanja Matic. very good. He's like a young man because a young man was not good. He only good when he was about on his prime years, 26, 27. That's when we saw a good Matic. Adam Watson right now, he reminds me of Nemanja Matic. He's like a younger version of him, basically. But yeah, I would like I said, for me, Wharton and Baleba plus Kobe, I think we're good to go. Then you can add the likes of Kone, from our youth academy, because he's there. Kone is there. There's also this boy, what's his name, Jim Thwaites. I've been seeing some clips of him on Twitter saying, and people are saying he's very good. So I can't say for sure, but I'd like to see him given a chance. Maybe Fletcher's going to give him a chance. When I says hopefully Fletcher won't play any of his twin sons. Hey guys, wait. Can I just defend the Fletcher boys once here? I know it sounds like nepotism, right? They only play because their dad is there. But I'm gonna defend them here. I'm not someone who watches under 18s football, under 21s. But apparently, this is not me. What I'm saying. This is what was reported. Apparently, what was happening was Fletcher. What's his name? Is it Jack Fletcher? I think it's Jack Fletcher. He's played twice in the past couple of games. Amorim played him in as a winger against is it Wolves? That boy is not a winger. Apparently, he's a central midfielder. So that's like taking, and I know Ugarte is rubbish, but that's like taking Ugarte, moving him from central midfield and playing him on the wing. He's not going to do anything, guys. He's going to look useless. So apparently, Fletcher is not a winger, but Amorim just played him out of position. Amorim likes this rubbish of playing everyone out of position. He'll take a centre-back, play him as a wing-back. He'll take a winger, play him as a wing-back. He'll take a striker, play him as a 10. Take a central midfielder, play him as a winger. He just likes mixing and doing nonsense, So if you're gonna be doing all of this nonsense in the pitch, it doesn't make any sense. So for me, Jack Fletcher, like I said, I'm gonna defend him because I feel it was a bit unfair to play in that position. For example, we had that kid, what's his name? Shea Lacey. Apparently he's a winger. So why not play Lacey in the wing instead of playing Fletcher? But now that Darren Fletcher is coming in, I'm not gonna lie, I can see nepotism coming. I'm telling you, he's definitely gonna play. It's two boys, the twins. There's one who's made a debut. I believe that's Jack. I think the other one's name is Tyler Fletcher. I'm telling you now, Tyler Fletcher's gonna get his debut. I'm not gonna lie. If I was in his position as well as Darren Fletcher, and both my sons play for United, I have a chance to give one of my other sons a debut, playing for the club that I played for. I'm doing it. I'm bringing. If he's my son, I'm bringing Tyler on as well. Give him. Imagine how special it's gonna be just for them, at least as a family, to say a dad brought on his son for his debut for Man United. I can see it happening. I just hope it's good. I hope it's not rubbish because Jack Fletcher has not looked good. He's not looked good so far. He's looked average, but like I said, he was being played out of position, so I'm not gonna blame him too much, But anyways, let's see. Rajat says Luke Shaw has been performing all right, but obviously it's nothing special. Exactly. Shaw has been performing all right when he plays as a centre back. Whenever we try to move to a back four and we play Shaw as left back, bro, it was dark. It was looking bad. Excuse me. It was looking so bad because Luke Shaw does not have the legs to go up and down anymore. He can't play as a left back or a left wing back. He can't. He can play as part of a back three, as a left centre back, or as part of a back four, as a centre back, as a left centre back. Playing him as a left back or left wing back is a waste of time. He doesn't have the legs anymore, so he genuinely cannot do it. So, yeah, it is what it is. Lonwabo Miande says, ha ha ha. I hope you subscribe to the channel, Lonwabo. I hope you subscribe. Also, please hit the like button if you haven't already, guys. Like I said, there's a few people on here. Just hit the like button, guys. Please hit the like button. Let's grow the channel, man. It's a small channel. Let's try and hit. We're on what? 305 subscribers. I would love to at least reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. At least 1,000. Just share the video, guys. Share the content to your mates who like football. Just drop the link to them. Maybe they can join the channel, join the discourse. I enjoy it more when it's interactive and it's not just me talking to myself. Right now I've got, like I said, it's a small channel. I've got 9 people watching me. If everyone is commenting in the comment section, hitting a like, subscribe to the channel, that helps with the algorithm to the channel, So I appreciate everyone who's here. I see you, Una, Rajat, Bulenda. I appreciate you guys. So yeah, big up yourselves. But let me go through the comments again. Ruben Neves. Would you take Ruben Neves and let Casemiro go? It's a tough one because Ruben Neves is a good midfielder. He's a very good midfielder, but does he move the needle in terms of what we need going forward? If you're saying we're getting him on loan for now, from January until the end of the season, 100% I'd take Ruben Neves. I wouldn't let Casemiro go, though, for this season. This season, keep Casemiro. If you want to let any midfielder leave this club, it should be Ugarte. Kobe Mainoo should not be going anywhere. Bruno should not be sold this window. Casemiro should not be sold. But Ruben Neves, I wouldn't mind him on loan. Permanent deal, no. Permanent deal, I'm looking at 3 options. Baleba, Wharton, Anderson. My favorite is Baleba and Anderson. No. Baleba and Wharton. That would be my favorite pairing. But it sounds like the likes of Chelsea, Liverpool, City, maybe even Arsenal, they might all be in for him. And we've seen with the Semenyo deal that based on us being so poor and not winning titles, when a player is available of late, if the other big sides want him, he'd rather go there. And I can't even blame the players because Man United have not been good for years now. So if you're not winning anything, players are not likely to want to come to you. They're going to go elsewhere where they're going to win trophies. So, yeah, the Wharton deal doesn't seem like it's promising, but I would love to have him at the club. I really would. Brenda says Wharton should be the key signing in the summer. Exactly. Wharton would be the proper signing because, like I said, if you watch how PSG play, right, with the 4-3-3, again, I'm not saying Wharton would be starting for PSG, don't get me wrong, but I'm saying that the way PSG move with their 4-3-3, right, you've got a dictator in Ruben Neves. He's the one who unlocks their doors. You've got, what's this guy's name? Fabian Ruiz. He's the one who sits back. He can hit the long diagonals, but he can move forward and come backward. And then you have what's this boy's name? You've got Vitinha, Fabian Ruiz, and what's this boy? Joao. What's his name? It's not Joao Neves, man. This kid from PSG. What's his name? Maybe someone remind me in the comment section. It's Joao. I forgot the kid's name, man. They signed him basically from Benfica. I think it's Joao. Is it Joao Pedro? No, Joao Neves. I forgot the kid's name, but Joao something, right? Those 3 complement each other. For me, if we had a midfield 3 of Kobe, what's his name, Baleba and Wharton, they would absolutely complement each other. And if we're being proper greedy, you go and add a Benjamin Stiller on top of that, because his release clause is about £30 million, if I'm not mistaken, in the summer. So you're telling me if we sign 3 midfielders in the summer, because for me, forget the striker, forget the wingers, forget the centre backs, forget the main priority this summer should be midfielders. Get me 3 midfielders. Like I said, Baleba, Wharton, and Stiller. He's playing in Stuttgart in Germany. From what I've seen, he looks like a very tidy player. Just like Wharton. It's just like a slightly watered down version of Wharton. But I wouldn't mind him either. So, from what reports have been saying in the past couple of weeks, it sounds like Ineos prefer Anderson and Baleba. So I wouldn't mind us getting Baleba and Anderson. Because the midfield 3 of Baleba, Anderson, and Kobe, you're kidding. You're kidding. It's a good midfield. And like I said, Bruno's definitely leaving in the summer, guys. I think his guy's gone in Amorim. He's already made the interview saying that United didn't want to keep him. And he might basically be open to moving in the summer. So we are definitely going to be losing him in the summer, you know. But yeah, Brenda says Wharton should be the key signing in the summer. Wouldn't mind getting Ruben Neves' permanent deal. And Conor Gallagher, January. No. You see, Rajat, I was agreeing with you on most of the things you were saying. But when you come to Conor Gallagher, I'm sorry. No. I'm done taking Chelsea scrubs. I'm done. We did it with Mason Mount. We overpaid for him. £60 million. We were robbed. We should have done. You see how Chelsea signed Garnacho for about 25-30 million? That's what we should have paid for Mount. He had 1 year left on his deal. We should have paid 30 million max. And I would have been fine with the deal. But my biggest problem right now with Mount is, number 1, he was the number 7. And number 2, we signed him for a lot of money. And number 3, he's always injured. He's very injury prone. When he's fit, he has some games very good. You know that meme from Gennaro Ivan Gattuso on Twitter, which says sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. That's Mason Mount. That is Mason Mount. Sometimes he's very, very good, looks like a world-class player. But more often than not, he looks like a bang average player. So he's another one I wouldn't mind selling in the summer, to be honest. I really wouldn't. But I'm not on this Gallagher train. I'm sorry, I can't. Rajat says he will play Lacey as a holding or box-to-box midfielder, bro. It doesn't make sense. Exactly. Amorim always used to play players out of position. Svante says Svante Franson Forsberg. Sorry if I butchered your name, mate. But they say that our club is over, man. Amorim will be building something. Amorim was building something. So fed up with this club and falling back to square one all the time. Okay, tell me something, right? Genuinely, I'm not trying to ridicule you, Svante. Maybe tell me, were you seeing any positive signs from Amorim? If so, what were the positive signs? Like, give me 3 reasons why you feel Ruben Amorim should have been kept. Because, like I said, the man had a 38% win record at the club. The man won 14 league games, 14 Premier League games in the whole of 2025. He had more losses than wins in 2025. The man finished 15th in the Premier League. He lost a final, a European final, to Tottenham Hotspur. Spurs had not won a trophy in over 16 years until Amorim came and gave them their first trophy. So maybe, Svante, you can give me a proper reason as to why you feel we should have kept Amorim. I'm willing to listen. Genuine, I'm willing to listen. But anyways, let me go to the next comments. Rajat says, apparently looking like Galatasaray are looking to do an Ugarte deal, whether it's permanent or loan deal, I don't know. Yeah, I did see those reports that, Galatasaray are interested in Ugarte. It would suit him, to be honest. That move would definitely suit Ugarte because things in Turkey, I believe the football there might be a bit slower. So I think it would suit him. I would prefer if the deal was a permanent deal because I don't think Ugarte is ever going to be good enough for us. We were robbed. We paid PSG. It's João Neves, the PSG midfielder. We paid PSG about what? 55 million pounds? Then they went and edited about 10 million pounds and got João Neves from Benfica. We should have just signed João Neves ourselves. But we basically funded the João Neves move for PSG. We should accept with Ugarte, take the L, wrong deal, poor deal, and keep it moving. You know? But yeah, it is what it is. Shresh says, yo, who is the Man United player now? Another statement, Amorim needed time. Are you saying he needed time, or are you saying that they're saying he needed time? I'm not sure. I'm convinced. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. I don't mean to, but it says Shresh J. Oh, Shresh JR. Are you saying Amorim needed time, or what? Let me clarify for me there. Rajat says, kind of rate Mount. He does the basics very well. But if it frees up funds to sign Angelo Stila, Anderson, Wharton, Hillman, Baleba, then it's all right. Mount is going to be to maybe bring 30 to 37. Exactly. I would take the 30 million for Mount. Again, like I said, with Mason Mount, there's no in between. He's either playing out of his skin, looking like a world-class player, looking like the Mason Mount we saw back at Chelsea, top player, or he's playing like a shit player. There's no in between. He's either very good, either performs very, very good, or he's just rubbish. So for me personally, I'd move him on. I really would, because I feel there's better midfielders out there. Like I said, next season, I don't want a midfield 2, I want a midfield 3. Kobe Mainu is the first name on midfield. Bruno Fernandes is going to go because, like I said, Amorim is gone now. He made the interview saying that he felt like the club didn't want him to stay, so he might consider his options in the summer. For me, there was some the big boys out there in Europe that you guys, if you want to sign me, come get me. I'm available. You know? So I think he goes. I think he definitely leaves this. Just one sec, man. I just need to sort something out quickly here. Just one sec, guys. Just give me one sec. Yeah, sorry about that. Anyways, as I was saying, Mason Mount, there's no in between. He's either very good or very poor. So it is what it is with him. I'd rather sell him and upgrade on him. Rajat says, I kind of rate Mount. Oh, I'd already read that one. Shresh JR says, what unrealistic player would you like to see go to Man United? He needed to I can. I said hi. Okay. Shrest, you were basically saying that you felt Amorim needed more time. I disagree, bro. Like I said, 38% win record, more losses than wins in 2025. 14 Premier League losses, wins rather. 14 Premier League wins in the whole of 2025. That's pathetic. More losses than wins. 38% win record. Finishing 15th in the Premier League last season. Losing the Europa League final to Spurs. The only reason why we are not too far from the top four is because the league has been so poor this season. Not because we've been brilliant. So context is very important, because I know most people say, oh no, Amorim should have been kept because he was pushing. We're up in the table. We're going to get top four. We're not going to get top four with Amorim. We're going to bottle it. The same way, if you've seen the pattern this season, whenever there's been a chance for us to win a game and go into the top four, we've always bottled it. With the dropped, or drawn, loss. We don't capitalize on win. You get what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Rajat says, Vinny Jr. and Valverde is my two unrealistic players to join Man United. Brother, unrealistic signings. You're saying unrealistic, so they're going to be very unrealistic. I would love Haaland to be our number 9, but that's unrealistic. It's never going to happen. What other challenge signing would I love in midfield? I would love a midfield. Just take the whole midfield 3 of PSG and put it in our midfield. I would love that. Never going to happen. So, yeah. Anyways, Rajat says, we kind of been lucky about... What? We've kind of been lucky about Chelsea and Tottenham Hotspur and Man City to a certain extent. Yeah, we have been lucky, like I said. We've been lucky in the sense that the league has been so poor. If the rest of the league was consistent and they were winning their games, we would be far off. We would not be anywhere near top 4. Right now, as things stand, we're 3 points off top 4, if I'm not mistaken. So the season is still salvageable. We can still get top 4, guys. We can definitely still get top 4. So if we can still get top 4, I genuinely believe it's the right decision to sack the manager. This guy has been given time. 14 months, he struggled. This is a man who is so proud, right? Listen to this part. He's so proud, like he said to us, he came out in the media the other day after we beat Newcastle, right? He said, yeah, we played. They asked him, how come you played 4-4-2-3-1 today? He said, yeah, I noticed as soon as I joined Man United that we didn't have the players to play a 3-4-3. However, I didn't switch to a back 4 because I thought that if I switch to a back 4, it'll be because the manager and the fan, not the manager, the fans and what you call, the ex-players, the pundits like your Gary Nevilles, your Paul Scholes, your whoever, they're all saying that the back 3 is not working. So he felt that he couldn't change from a back 3 to a back 4 because it would be like he's only changing based on what the fans said and not what he wants to do. I said, bro, what are you talking about? So you've only changed now, a year later, basically. It's actually worked that you've changed a year later. We've won, we've beaten Newcastle. Because if you watch the Newcastle game, guys, first half we played 4-2-3-1. We absolutely peppered them. Better than them from front to finish. I think they only had like one shot on target the whole half. Only the second half when we went to a back 3 did Newcastle started attacking us. That was the only time Newcastle started attacking us. So he came out of the game and said, yes, I'm not going to change. I'm going to play 3-4-3, even though I don't have the players for it. Because if I play 4-2-3-1, I'm going to be proven wrong. So he was more concerned about proving himself right, proving to the fans that he knows best. He knows what's best for the club. He knows more than us or the pundits or whoever. So he'd rather struggle with the back 3. Hence, even after beating Newcastle with a 4-2-3-1, he went back to a 3-4-3 the following game against Flippin, was it Leeds? Or was it Wolves? It was against Wolves. And we drew the game. And we were literally lucky to draw the game. At Old Trafford, they dominated us. When they asked him about it, he said, no, I felt I'm going to play a back 5 because if I felt they were going to play a back 5, so I needed to play a back 5 to match them, to avoid them dominating us. I'm like, this is a Manchester United manager talking about how he was planning on stopping Wolverhampton Wanderers at Old Trafford. How can a Man United manager open his mouth in broad daylight and saying he's playing a back 5 in order to counter Wolverhampton Wanderers? Not a good Wolves side, by the way. A Wolverhampton Wanderers side that are rock bottom of the league. Bottom of the league, Wolves. And he was thinking, no, we're playing Wolves at Old Trafford. I'm going to counter them. I'm also going to match them on a play a back 5. He matches them. Cool. We play a back 5, and guess what? They bop us off the park. His beloved system. He stuck to it. The worst team in the league, literally the worst team in the Premier League history, Wolverhampton Wanderers, bottom of the league, 2 points all season. He lets them come to Old Trafford and let them dominate us and dictate the tempo of the game. This guy was simply not a Man United manager, guys. He was out of his depth and he needed to go. And I'm glad he left the club. I am so happy. I'm sorry, those who wanted him to stay. I'm sorry. It is what it is. He's gone. Now, like I said, the interim story, it's interesting. I don't know. Does it mean we get Fletcher now until end of the season? Or are they going to give us Fletcher, then he's the interim to the interim? Are they going to bring someone else like Rude, maybe Ole, maybe Carrick, maybe McKenna? I don't know. But all I'll say is Ruben Amorim's time had come to an end and he had to go. Honestly, he had to go. He had to go. So it is what it is. I'm glad he's gone and I'm looking forward to the rest of the season now. I want us to go and clinch top 4. I don't want this top 5 nonsense because apparently there's a possibility top 5 might get you Champions League football next summer. I don't want that. I genuinely don't want that. I want us to play well. I want us to get top 5. I want us to get top 4. And I don't just want us to get top 4. I want us to play top 4, to get top 4 whilst playing good attacking football, attractive football, fast football. Half the time I'm watching Man United under Amorim, I'm falling asleep because it's so boring. So I need a manager who's going to attack, a manager who's going to take things seriously. The United DNA, play some youth players for fuck's sake. Shea Lacey's there, give him some more game time. Fletcher Twins, I don't know how good they are, but maybe give him a chance to see how good they are. This man, Tato kid, who came on against Wolves, give him a chance. We've got Burnley next, they're not good, they're rubbish. Yes, it's away from home, but give these young kids a chance. Sekou Kone is now being sent out to Lausanne on loan. This guy couldn't give him a chance. With all the injuries we had in midfield, he still couldn't give him a chance. He's playing Ugarte, who's rubbish. So, like I said, good riddance, Ruben Amorim. I'm glad he's gone. Yeah, let's see what happens. Rajat says, what a goal. A goal by who? But Newcastle had UCL game midweek. What do you mean? Oh, do you mean when we play them? I can't say for sure. I'm not too sure if they're the game midweek. All I know is we played 4-2-3-1 against them at Old Trafford. First half, we dominated them. They only had one shot the whole half. Second half, when we changed to a back 3 to play 3-4-3, that's when they started to dominate the game. All because this manager was too stubborn to change to a 4-2-3-1, which the players are clearly suited to. Even he admitted it in the press conference that the squad he had was not suited to a 3-4-3, but he was going to insist on playing his flipping 3-4-3, even though he could tell us we're not suited to it. The players are not suited to it. He's not a serious manager. He's not. But like I said, guys, if you're watching live and you haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button, guys. We've got about 11 likes right now. Let's maybe get another 5 before we wrap up. I'm gonna wrap up most probably in the next 7 minutes. We would have been live for like an hour. I had originally planned to only be live for about 30 to 45 minutes. But it is what it is. Yeah. Anyways, what was I saying? We're wrapping up basically. We're wrapping up. So yeah, man, just maybe you guys can let me know in the chat which manager would you like in the summer. Realistically, don't say Pep Guardiola. He's not coming to Man United. He's not coming. Klopp is not coming to United. I've said it out there. There's a few good candidates. Xabi Alonso might be sacked by Madrid in the summer. It looks like he will be, in fact, with Klopp going to Madrid. So Xabi Alonso will be available. Xavi Hernandez will be available, former Barcelona legend. Thomas Tuchel might be available after the World Cup with England. Julian Nagelsmann might be available after the World Cup with Germany. He would be my pick. I love Nagelsmann. I think he plays very attacking football. Some people will say he's another young hipster manager. We don't want that. We had that with Amorim, which I would understand. Glasner's available in the summer. He's literally free. He's made it clear he's leaving Crystal Palace. I would love Glasner as well at United. I'm just not sure if he would be good with attacking. Who else? Rajat says, we'll take Ancelotti if he's available after the World Cup, or Xavi as interim, and maybe De Zerbi as Man United head coach. De Zerbi is also another one who plays good football, attacking football. Whether he'd lead us back to the glory days, I don't know. But I know he would definitely play attacking football. So I wouldn't mind De Zerbi at all. I wouldn't. Other people have said Enzo Maresca. They say he plays attacking football. He wouldn't be my first choice, but if he came, I wouldn't mind it. I would say Enzo might be the perfect guy to give him as an interim job. Give him a give him a 6 months contract. Give him a contract until end of the season, and let's see how it does. Maresca, if he does well, hire him permanently. He does nonsense, you sack him. But if they're gonna stick with, like I said, Fletcher or Carrick or Giggs or Ole or whoever, or Van Nistelrooy, so be it. So be it, honestly. Rajat says like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Thank you so much, Rajat, man. I appreciate it. But like he said, guys, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, man. I really, like I said, I really appreciate the guys who come through, man. I've got some regulars that I know. I know Wurenda's always there, Rajat's always there, Una's always there. Many others are always there, you know. Some are just a bit shy with interacting in the comment section, so it's cool, I get it. But I appreciate you guys tuning in and hitting the like button. You know, I see my guy CJ just joined as well. Big up, CJ. Let's see what else is being said. When this is on the permanent coach, who's your pick? Like I said, my pick would be Nagelsmann or Xavi Hernandez. Nagelsmann, Xavi Hernandez, or even Glasner. I like Glasner, man. I'm a bit scared that maybe a move from Palace to United might be a bit too big for him. But I really like Glasner, man. Oliver Glasner is a good manager. He plays a 3-4-3. I know we've been traumatized with 3-4-3. However, he's made it very clear that his favorite formation is a 4-4-2. But he says he would interchange and try and adapt to his players. So the reason why he plays with the 3-4-3 at Crystal Palace, he believes that the players he has are more suited to that formation. So he likes 4-4-2, sometimes 4-4-2 diamond, sometimes 4-3-3, sometimes 4-2-3-1, sometimes 3-4-3. So I like that he's very adaptable. The only question I would have over Glasner is if he came to Man United, would he play attacking football? Because I'm not sure. It's one thing to say you'll play attacking football at Palace, but are you going to be able to play attacking football at United? The pressure is big. We need attractive football, exciting football, fast football. Can you deliver? I'm not too sure. But I like Glasner, so if you got him, I'd be happy. But like I said, Nagelsmann, Xavi Hernandez, Xabi Alonso, Glasner, maybe De Zerbi. One of those five, I'd take gladly. Ancelotti, I wouldn't. I'm a Real Madrid fan, and I've had to watch Ancelotti ball. Brother, that ball stinks. And as Man United fans, we've been crying out for a manager who's going to play fast attacking football that excites us. I get it. Ancelotti won, 2-3 Champions League in Madrid? Big up. He's a legend for that. One of the top 5 for me. But personally at United, I wouldn't want him. Brenda says, what about Unai Emery? Good evening, Mr. Good evening. I think Unai Emery is a top manager. Top manager. But he's another one who, he's been to PSG, he sort of failed. He's been to Arsenal, he failed. No disrespect to PSG and Arsenal, but Man United are much bigger than those two clubs. We are much bigger than them. They might be better than us right now, but in terms of the scale of the size of the club, Man United is much bigger than PSG or Arsenal. No one can debate that. So if he couldn't handle the pressure at those clubs, will he survive at United? Don't get me wrong, like I said, I rate him. I think he's a top manager, Unai Emery. Top manager. But would he survive at United? The pressure at United is crazy, bro. Day one, I remember there was a quote, RUBEN Amorim, first week of the job. He said, in my first week as Man United manager, I've made more interviews than I've made in 3 years at Sporting, 3 years or 2 years at Sporting. In 1 week as Man United manager, he had made more interviews than he had made at Sporting in like 2 years. That's crazy. The spotlight is on United. From the moment you get go, you get there, you get announced as new Man United manager. The British media wants you to fail. So they're on to you, brother. You need to perform at United. There's no time. That's why when we signed the likes of Benjamin Šeško, and he's struggling a bit to perform consistently, the English media is already calling him a flop, even though the boy's just been here for a few months. But they won't do it for Liverpool players because they're the media darlings. Florian Wirtz is failing like nobody's business. At Liverpool, no one says anything. Isaac. Wirtz scored his fucking first Premier League goal in December. End of December even. I think it was the 27th of December. Florian Wirtz is scoring his first league goal for Liverpool. But no, it wasn't being criticised because he doesn't play for Man United. If he was playing for Man United, him or Isaac, both of these guys scored their first league goals in December. They were signed for 150 million pounds and 120 million pounds. 2 British records. No one cares because they don't play for Man United. But if they were United players, the minute that you best believe the British media would have been cooking them. Left, right, and center. But anyways, let me see what the other comments. CJ says, I'm so heartbroken. I was a Ruben Amorim fan for real. Love how he believed in the system. He needed more time, honestly. My boy. You're my boy, but come on, bro. As I was telling the guys earlier on before you joined, Amorim, last year, 2025, Ruben Amorim, he won 14 Premier League games. And I think he lost 16, if not 18. So basically, last year, 2025, CJ, I need you to hear me here. 2025, the manager lost more league games than he won. More losses than wins in 2025. He gave Tottenham Hotspur their first ever European trophy. No, it's the second one, actually, because I believe they have won European trophy before. I think it's a Europa, if I'm not mistaken. But basically, their first trophy in 16 years, Amorim gave them. We finished 15th. We played the worst football in the league. This season, people say, no, he needed more time because he's starting to get things together. He's not getting anything together. The only reason we're up in the league and 3 points off top 4 is because this league is so inconsistent. Aston Villa didn't win any of their first 5 games. I believe they lost 3 of their last 5 games and draw the other 2. But guess where they are now? They're 3rd. That's how poor this league has been this season. Liverpool have been getting their asses beaten week in, week out. They're in the top 4. The league has been poor. Arsenal are walking away with it. Man City, inconsistent. Liverpool, crap. Villa, inconsistent. Okay, fair enough. They won 11 in a row until they lost to Arsenal the other day. Back to winning ways now. Not too many teams are consistent in this league. That's why we're high up the table. Not because we're playing well. Not because we've improved. But because the league has been crap. You get me? But anyways, Rajat says he deserves 15 or 16 likes per minimum. Bro, get these people to hit the like, man. They've got only 11 likes. Maybe they'll hit the likes when they watch later, because I know some people prefer to watch the live later on when they're at work or something. Because I know some people are, the companies are back open now. They're going back to work. So some watch while at work, some watch while on their way to work or coming back from work. So it's cool. People will hit the likes when they do watch the videos. Rajat again says, oh, but we'll give some further explanation to Unai Emery. He's quite a very good coach and he's good technically. He's very, very good. Very, very good. I would like, if Emery, what's his name? Not Amorim. Fuck Amorim. If Emery was to join the club, I'd be very happy. I think he's a top manager. I'm just a bit worried, like I said. He struggled at Arsenal and at PSG. So can he handle the heat at Man United? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. But yeah, Ekitike has been more quiet since after his kind great start. Exactly. Ekitike had a very good start to Liverpool. Then he went through a very dry spell. But I think, for me personally, him and Mbemo have been arguably maybe signings of the summer. Ekitike is so good. Very good technically, very good ability to finish. He's a top player, man. Top player. He's so good. I can see him playing for Real Madrid in the next 4 or 5 years. Because how old is he? 22? 23? Young kid. I think in the next 3-4 years, Madrid will come knocking. And you know, Liverpool fans, I'm sorry, but when Madrid come knocking, that knock is different, bro. He's going. He's going. Ask Trent. Ask David Beckham. Ask, you guys have had Owen. You've had McAllister. Is it McAllister? Or McCann. The other, that Scottish brother or Irish brother of yours. Ronaldo, Beckham. So many players leave the Premier League for Madrid and Barcelona. When they come knocking, unfortunately, the players have to go. So yeah, I can see I could keep playing for Real Madrid one day. He's that good. He's really, really good. Really, really good. Man United weren't beating Aston Villa after Matheus Cunha's equalizer because Rodgers was that quality. Rodgers was quality, but in as much as I love Lenny Euro, he let him in twice. Pause. But basically, he just let him cut inside and just whip it top bins twice. It was a carbon copy of the first goal. So Euro had a bit of a stinker that day, but I'm still a big Lenny Euro fan, so I'm not going to cook him for that. It happens. As a young kid, he's going to be inconsistent. He's going to have highs and lows. I think also this Amorim was not confident or was not trusting him, which maybe led to Lenny Euro feeling like he doesn't have the confidence of the manager. It's no excuse, but he wasn't performing well. So it is what it is, guys. It is what it is, honestly. Rajat says, tell Cristiano Ronaldo who was winning everything with Man United. Bro, bro, exactly. So top players leave for Real Madrid. They're the biggest club in the world. I always say that the biggest club in the world, Real Madrid is right up there. People don't like this, but I think Man United is the second biggest club in the world. We're bigger than Barca. Maybe it's arguable who's bigger between United and Barca. My top three is Man United, Real Madrid, Barcelona. But it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. But yeah, Brenda says, yo, bruh, it's a big mistake waiting for every game. Bro, big mistake. It is. But like I said, I'm at a point now where I'm happy because the manager's finally gone. Took forever, but he's gone. The other thing I would say is, in as much as Ruben Amorim was rubbish and needed to be sacked, Ineos are also to blame. Ineos are also to blame because this man was chilling, enjoying life in Portugal, coaching Sporting Lisbon, cooking Man City 4-0 in the Champions League, playing good football, guy, by the way. That's why I was in the Amorim hype train. I was on the train because I thought that he was playing well. I wanted him to come to the club. He came, he flopped, it happens. But he was enjoying life in Portugal, playing well, winning league titles with Liga NOS, with Sporting. He came to Man United. We went there. We said to him, Ruben, come join Man United now in November. He said, no, man, please, man, let me come through end of the season. They said no. Ineos said no. It's now or never. Of course, the man's gonna come now. It's Man United. Why would he not leave Sporting for Man United? Of course, he came middle of the season, but he just didn't perform. So Ineos are also to blame. If you're gonna get someone to come this season, you better back him in the window. January they gave him what? Dogu and Heaven. Heaven looks like a steal. 1.5 million pounds from Arsenal. Thank you very much, Gunners. Good centre back. He looks like a proper defender. So I'm happy with Heaven. Dogu, the jury's out. For me, again, like I keep saying, sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. The meme is there. You can see for yourself by Gattuso online. Just literally Google Gattuso, sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. Dogu for me is 50-50. He can be very good, can be very rubbish. So what kills me the most with Dogu is his end product. Crossing, so poor. He gets into the best positions, but he just can't cross the ball to save his life. I was surprised when he hit that goal against flipping as a Wolves. I think it is. It's a good Newcastle. That volley. I said, what the hell's going on here? This ain't the Dogu I know. This is such a good finish. So it's one of those. I'm not ready to write him off just yet. However, I do think we could do better. Maybe go sign another left back. So look sure, go get a left back, have Dogu be the understudy. I would have loved a Teo Hernandez at left back. I was surprised we weren't in for him in the summer because he was apparently available for about 30 million pounds. He's in his prime, he's about 27 years old. Top fullback. Great going forward, great defensively. Physical, pacey, can cross the ball, good on set pieces, dead ball specialist. Grimaldo's there at flipping Leverkusen. Another very good offensive fullback. Maybe go get him. I don't know. But hey, I feel like the live stream has gone on for live. It's been on for long enough. I have a family to get back to. I don't want to be live for too long, I don't want to get into trouble with the missus. She'll be telling me, oh, I've been waiting for you. But yeah, man, I'm really grateful to everyone who joined the live. Rajat, you carried the chat, my guy. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Bulenda, my G, always there. These are the type of people. Una, let me not forget you. CJ came through as well. There's certain people where, like I said, my channel is quite small, 305 subscribers. I would love to hit 1,000 subscribers end of the season. You never know. Maybe we're looking at, 5K, 10K. You never know. I've seen some YouTubers go from zero to hero very quickly. Not saying that's what I want. I'm saying I would like to get the channel to grow. So I always say this. If you're in the group chats with your guys who love football, or even your girls who love football, just always when I go live, just drop them the link. Because some people might not know that I'm live. Just drop them the link. Maybe, get them to subscribe if they want to, and get them to hit the like button, But I really appreciate you guys, man. Like I said, when it's interactive and the chat is popping off, it makes it easier for me to just go off of you guys, because some might not notice, but I'm quite a shy person. I don't even know how I'm doing this YouTube thing, because I'm very camera shy, and yeah, it is what it is. But like I said, I'm really grateful to everyone who joins this the lives, man. Just also make sure to hit the subscribe button, and turn on the notifications. Hit the notification bell. That way, when I upload a pre-recorded video, when I go live, when I upload shorts, because I'm gonna try and upload a lot more shorts, because it's a lot quicker to do content that way than the actual long form videos. I will still do videos, don't get me wrong, but I'll try and do a lot more shorts than videos, because last year I was doing more of the long form videos, but sometimes it takes time to do the video, edit, upload, the thumbnail, all of that. It takes a bit of time. I might switch a bit to the shorts, so keep an eye out for my shorts. I'm going to be dropping them soon. And yeah, man, hopefully, like I say, hopefully the channel grows. Thinking of creating a Twitter account for this channel, because I don't have one. I only have a TikTok account, which is quite, I was a bit dry, so I wasn't using it of late. So I might go back on TikTok as well, create some Twitter account as well. So I'm gonna be active this year. I'm gonna try to, I promised myself, one of my resolutions, push the channel, score it further. Last year we pushed to 305 subscribers. It's not a lot, but I appreciate it. I really, really do. So if I can double that, or at least get to 1,000 subscribers, I would be very happy. I would be very appreciative, and I know we're gonna hit those numbers. I'm very, very sure. So again, to the guys who always watch my content, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. But let me read the last two chats and then sign out. Rajat says, I think Lenny Euro will improve. He's still only about 1920. Exactly. Lenny Euro is a top talent. There's a reason why Madrid wanted him. Madrid don't just go for bums. They go for good players. You know, they go for good players. So I think he's just going through a rough patch, but he'll get better. You know. But yeah, anyway, Budenda says, he better not turn on that Maguire slump. Hey, bruh, he's not gonna do that. He's not the next Maguire. He's a good player. Trust me. I think he's a top talent. I just think it got to a point where, I don't know, Amorim was tinkering too much with the team, so it probably affected him as a young player. You know, also, Amorim aside, young players are just known to be inconsistent, guys. Very, very inconsistent. And for that, I'm not going to bash him too much. It happens. It is what it is, you know? So, yeah, like Brenda says, hashtag road to 1,000. I must start adding that to one of my to the video description. So, thanks again, Brenda, for that. I'm going to start using that one. Hashtag road to 1,000. Hopefully, what, 31st of December 2026 this year. Here telling you guys we're way past the 1,000 mark. But like I said, man, I feel like I've bit of a ramble in the past couple of minutes, but like I said, really, really appreciate you guys, all of you guys, man. I know it's a small channel. You could be watching the big content creators, but instead you choose to come and watch me. So big up to you guys. Appreciate you. I'll mention you guys when my channel is big one day, when I hit 100K subscribers. Just the likes of Bolenda, Rajat, Una, they were there when the channel was starting, you know. So again, thank you so much to everyone who watches the channel. There's a lot more we could say, but like I said, I do have a family and I want to get back to them, you know, spend some time with them. But yeah, I appreciate you all. If you haven't already, please like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. And like Rajat says, hashtag road to 500 subs, then 1,000. So let's try and push, man. Share the content, guys. Share with your people. Turn notifications on. Anytime I go live or upload a short or whatever, you will get notified. But like I said, I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. Happy New Year and good night. Peace, guys.